right, go ahead. Stand up. Holler it out. Who's better, Michael or who? Or LeBron? That's easy.
Much as I love Michael Jordan, like, dog, man, LeBron James is the one, dog.
The greatest basketball player of all time, so I think that's pretty cool.
He's often hailed as the greatest basketball player of all time, and honestly, that's pretty incredible. The GOAT debate has stretched across generations, sparking endless arguments and passionate defenses. It's more than just comparing numbers, it's a clash of eras, styles, and legacies. Michael Jordan defined dominance in his prime, raising the bar with his mentality, presence, and championship success, ultimately becoming a global icon. On the other hand, LeBron James has reshaped the game through versatility, longevity, and an unmatched ability to sustain excellence, making even the most untouchable standards seem within reach. The debate never really dies down. Sometimes just a single remark can completely shift the narrative.
Now, Michael Jordan was just a flashy scorer in a league full of mailmen and mechanics. LeBron James is out here dominating real athletes, not part-time hoopers. So stop this debate. LeBron is the great.
The moment the clip appeared, questions immediately followed. Was it genuine or had it been altered? No one could say with certainty. Still, the statement carried enough weight on its own to ignite conversation as people scrambled to judge its authenticity. Soon after, another remark from Caitlin Clark was set to ripple through the spotlight. With attention already fixed on her, her next words promised to add even more fuel to the ever-burning debate.
Directly, but it's been cool to just see his support of Muffin, the W overall. You can tell he really watches and turns it on, and yeah, he's been kind of a big fan of myself from college and now in the W. So, I mean, he's the greatest basketball player of all time. So I think that's
Caitlin Clark's perspective highlights just how far LeBron James' influence reaches. For her, it goes beyond the NBA and beyond wins, records, or championships. It's about how he elevates the game itself. LeBron's legacy isn't limited to inspiring the next wave of NBA stars. It extends to women's basketball too. To Clark, the GOAT isn't simply the most skilled player, but the one who leaves the deepest mark. Her answer couldn't be clearer. LeBron James is the greatest. What makes her stance even more powerful is the mutual respect. LeBron has been a vocal supporter of the WNBA, and Clark has openly acknowledged how much that means to her. So for her, putting him at the top of the all-time list is easy. But not everyone is ready to hand LeBron the crown. Dennis Rodman, who battled alongside Michael Jordan during the Bulls' iconic second three-peat, has no doubts about who the GOAT is. For him, the debate isn't worth having. Jordan stands alone. And so, the greatest argument in basketball continues to rage, fueled by voices from every generation.
And one time, he never asked to sit out. He never asked for anything, but only asked for respect.
Rodman's reasoning is blunt but powerful. To him, Michael Jordan wasn't just dominant, he was relentless. Across his career, Jordan suffered only one major injury, never took nights off, and never offered excuses. That's what, in Rodman's eyes, sets him apart. Jordan wasn't only the most gifted, he was the toughest, the most durable, and the most obsessed with winning. No load management, no complaints, just results. Rodman witnessed that intensity every single day in practice, which is why, to him, Jordan remains untouchable. And then there's Magic Johnson. A five-time champion, the face of the Showtime Lakers, and one of the greatest playmakers the sport has ever seen. His resume speaks for itself. Yet when asked about the GOAT debate, Magic didn't even need to hesitate.
Stand up, holler it out. Who's better, Michael or who? Or LeBron? That's easy, Michael. That's easy, that's easy. That's easy. You gotta give me a tougher one than that. Michael, 6 times in the finals and didn't lose one time. Man. The dude was just awesome.
Allen Iverson grew up watching Michael Jordan dominate the league, even famously crossing him up as a rookie. His admiration for MJ is clear, but when it comes to the GOAT, Iverson sees something different in LeBron James. For him, it's not just about championships or a flawless finals record. It's about overall impact. LeBron isn't just a scorer or a playmaker. He's a physical force, a walking triple-double, and a player who could dominate in any era. To Iverson, LeBron's greatness goes beyond raw talent. It's about how he's redefined the limits of the game. Iverson has watched him shatter expectations year after year, evolving his style, adapting to new challenges, and proving that dominance doesn't belong to a single era. While Jordan represented perfection in his time, LeBron's career has been a marathon of excellence, stretching across generations. He's maintained MVP-level play longer than most players even last in the league, defying age and competition alike. For Iverson, that's the difference. LeBron isn't just great. He's a 6 feet 9 inches powerhouse who blends size, speed, skill, and IQ in a way basketball has never seen before. His ability to adjust, improve, and keep winning while carrying immense expectations is what, in Iverson's eyes, makes him the greatest. And then there's Luka Doncic. Already drawing comparisons to the all-time legends thanks to his rare mix of size, skill, and playmaking, Luka has quickly become one of the most dominant and exciting players in today's game. Yet when asked about the GOAT, he doesn't overthink it. Luka just pauses, then gives the simplest answer he can.
I love Michael Jordan like dog. Man, LeBron James is the one.
No long explanation. No drawn-out reasoning. For Luka Doncic, just 2 words say it all. Michael Jordan. No debate necessary. Sometimes greatness speaks for itself. Luka belongs to a new generation of superstars. Players who grew up watching LeBron dominate, studied Kobe's mentality, and are now building their own legacies. Yet even with all that, Jordan remains the standard. He's still the name that commands instant respect. Still the player today's stars look up to. Luka may be carving his own path, but when asked who the GOAT is, he kept it short, simple, and undeniable. MJ. For Luka, Jordan's legacy is so immense it transcends time. You didn't need to watch MJ live to feel it. Every player today knows the stories, has seen the highlights, and understands the mystique of Jordan's dominance. 6 rings. An undefeated finals record. A relentless will to win. That standard still hangs over every superstar that follows, even in an era defined by LeBron's dominance. To Luka, Jordan's greatness isn't just about stats. It's about aura, mentality, and presence. It's about how he changed basketball forever. And for him, that's enough to cement MJ as the GOAT. Avery Johnson, an NBA champion and former head coach, agrees. When it comes to the debate, he strips it down to the simplest argument possible. Jordan's endless accolades speak louder than anything else.
Just for all the different reasons, but when you win 6 championships, you're the MVP of all 6. You never get to a game 7. And all of the defensive player of the year. The first team all defense, first team all NBA, MVPs, regular season.
Michael Jordan didn't just win. He dominated on both ends of the floor. Year after year, he was the league's top offensive threat and one of its best defenders. Avery Johnson doesn't get caught up in era debates, what-ifs, or longevity arguments. He focuses on the results. 6 NBA titles, never a Game 7 in the finals, and the best player every time he stepped on the court. That, to Johnson, is the definition of the GOAT. Tim Hardaway Sr., a basketball purist, 5-time All-Star, and legendary point guard who battled some of the toughest competitors in NBA history, feels the same way. When it comes to the GOAT debate, he doesn't hesitate for a second.
No question. I mean, he's been there 6 times and he refused to lose 6 times. When he put his mind to playing defense, he went out there and played defense. He don't take no days off. He didn't lack a day's go stuff each and every day. He went out there and he played for the fans, and he gave a damn about playing 82 games.
For Tim Hardaway Sr., Jordan's greatness wasn't just about talent. It was about mentality. 6 finals appearances, 6 championships, 6 wins. No load management, no coasting through games. Elite defense when it mattered most. Jordan didn't just dominate. He held himself to a higher standard than anyone else. While modern players often rest for the playoffs, manage minutes, or sit out games, Jordan played every night, gave maximum effort, and treated every game like it mattered. He didn't take shortcuts, pick and choose when to turn it on, or coast through regular seasons. He played because he cared. That mindset, the Hardaway standard, is what separates Michael Jordan from every other player in history. The rings, the stats, the dominance, they're all impressive, but it's that relentless mentality that truly made him the GOAT. Yet while Hardaway is convinced, what about the next NBA legend? Shaquille O'Neal, one of the most dominant forces the league has ever seen, a 4-time champion, 3-time finals MVP, and a player who bullied defenders like few could, faced an intimidating reality. For all his size and strength, there was only one player who ever truly scared him.
Greatest player is Michael Jordan.
I might get flamed for this, but dude, I'm from Cleveland, so I gotta go with LeBron.
Is there something like subjective about it? That feeling MJ used to give you when you're watching him at the top of the key?
He's the only man that had me terrified in the court. All the shit you see on your poster, like he's doing it in real life.
For a player like Shaquille O'Neal, who dominated nearly everyone he faced, to admit that Jordan was different says it all. Shaq played with and against Kobe, battled LeBron, competed with Hakeem, Duncan, Karl Malone, and countless other greats. And yet Michael Jordan was the one player who truly made him feel powerless. Shaq's description of Jordan separates him from every other superstar. Everything you saw on posters, in commercials, and highlight reels? Jordan did it in real life. He was as fast, skilled, and deadly as advertised. He wasn't just flashy, he was unstoppable. He didn't just live up to the hype, he exceeded it. Even a giant like Shaq had to admit there was nothing he could do against him. Yet even with Shaq's respect, the GOAT debate isn't over. Karl Anthony Towns, who has faced some of the greatest players of the modern era, from Kevin Durant to Steph Curry to Joel Embiid, still has a clear pick. When it comes to who stands out the most for him, it's LeBron James.
I said, I'm always going to speak what I see with my own two eyes.
Okay.
Speak for everything. I wouldn't be able to. But man, that man Bron different. That man Bron's.
For Karl Anthony Towns, it's not about numbers, rings, or TV debates. It's about what he's witnessed firsthand. He's seen LeBron dominate games effortlessly, control the tempo like a maestro, overpower defenses, outthink opponents, and do things no other player can. To Towns, that's what makes LeBron special. Seeing is believing, and what he's seen from LeBron defies logic. It's not just about dominance, it's about how he dominates. Some players take over with scoring, others with elite defense or playmaking. But LeBron? He does it all at the highest level, on command, whether it's dropping a 40-point triple-double, locking down a star, or orchestrating the offense with pinpoint precision. Few players in history can even comprehend that level of control, let alone replicate it. That's why, for Towns, there's no debate. He's played against greats, and LeBron stands in a league of his own. He isn't relying on history books or nostalgia. He's speaking from experience. After facing LeBron on the court, the answer is clear. Michael Beasley, who has competed alongside some of the NBA's elite, studied the game, and battled the best of the best, has his own take. He's shared the court with LeBron, and when asked about the GOAT debate, he doesn't hesitate. Point 3.
I always say Michael Jordan is the GOAT. If he really surpasses Kareem in the scoring record, I'm sort of running out of arguments.
Who's my all-time GOAT? For Michael Beasley, it's LeBron James, and he has compelling reasons why. Beasley isn't making a casual statement, he's ready to defend it. He's seen LeBron's dominance firsthand, witnessed his work ethic, skill set, and impact up close, and knows exactly why LeBron deserves the title. In his mind, the debate isn't even up for discussion. For Beasley, the GOAT conversation isn't just about championships or accolades, it's about who can do the most on a basketball court at the highest level for the longest time. When you look at LeBron's career, the answer becomes clear. No player has combined scoring, passing, rebounding, and defense the way LeBron has. He's dominated every aspect of the game across multiple eras against countless Hall of Famers. Beyond stats, Beasley has seen LeBron's work ethic up close. How he approaches the game, leads teams, and evolves even while already at the top. It's not just numbers, it's longevity, versatility, and unmatched consistency. That's why, for Beasley, the debate is already settled. LeBron's resume speaks for itself. The numbers, the dominance, the all-around greatness. But Beasley isn't alone. Dirk Nowitzki, one of the greatest power forwards in NBA history, has long respected Michael Jordan and often called him the GOAT. Yet as LeBron continues to rewrite history, surpassing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on the all-time scoring list, performing at MVP levels across multiple seasons, and dominating in every aspect of the game, Dirk admits the debate is harder than ever. I always say Michael Jordan is the GOAT, Dirk has said. But if LeBron surpasses Kareem in scoring, I'm sort of running out of arguments for Michael. Jordan's undefeated finals record and legacy of dominance made him the clear-cut GOAT for decades. But as LeBron continues to break records, defy time, and add to his resume, even lifelong MJ supporters are forced to reconsider. If someone like Dirk is questioning his stance, maybe the debate isn't as one-sided as it once seemed. The GOAT debate has spanned generations, fans, analysts, and players weighing in on who truly stands above the rest. Michael Jordan, LeBron James, or someone else. And while opinions differ, one thing is clear. When it comes to greatness, LeBron himself has shown why the conversation will never be settled.
against anybody that's ever played this game, but everyone's going to have their favorite. Everyone's going to, decide who their favorite is. But I know what I've brought to the table. I know what I bring to the table every single night, and what I can do out on this floor. So, I always feel like I'm the best to ever play this game. But there's so many other great ones, and I'm happy to just be a part of it.
I'm going to take myself against anybody that's ever played this game. Everyone's going to have their favorite, and everyone's going to decide who they think is the best, but I know what I bring to the table every single night and what I can do on the floor. I always feel like I'm the best to ever play this game, but I also know there are so many other great players, and I'm happy to be a part of their journey. For me, there's no hesitation. I believe I'm the greatest. And why shouldn't I? I'm the all-time leading scorer in NBA history with 4 championships for MVPs and counting. Longevity, versatility, and dominance across multiple eras, these are things no other player has done. I'm not saying Jordan wasn't great or that other players don't have a case, but in my mind, there is no one better. My confidence isn't just self-belief. It's backed up by decades of dominance, shattered records, and milestones that may never be touched. I've played against multiple generations of superstars, adapted to every style of basketball, and maintained elite status for over 2 decades. Being the GOAT isn't just about accomplishments, it's about how you do it, proving time and time again that no matter the challenge, you remain at the top of the game. The GOAT debate will never end. Fans will always have personal favorites. Different eras will always have different legends, and stats will always be interpreted in different ways. But when it comes to my legacy, I don't need validation. At the end of the day, I've already rewritten history, and if you ask me, I'm the greatest to ever do it. The GOAT debate is one of the most divisive, passionate, and never-ending conversations in basketball history. For many, Michael Jordan remains untouchable. A perfect finals record, 6 championships, 5 MVPs, 10 scoring titles, and a competitive drive that defined what it meant to be great. His dominance in the 90s set a standard that no one has matched. 6 trips to the finals, 6 rings, no Game 7s, no losses. But for others, LeBron James has rewritten the rules of greatness. The all-time leading scorer in NBA history, a dominant force across multiple eras, adapting to every challenge thrown at him. For championships, for MVPs, and still performing at an elite level after more than 2 decades. A player who does everything, score, pass, rebound, defend, better than almost anyone ever has, with longevity, versatility, and a complete game. For Jordan supporters, winning is the ultimate factor. For LeBron supporters, sustained greatness over 2 decades is even more impressive. In reality, there's no single right answer. Greatness isn't just about numbers or rings, it's about legacy. Both Michael Jordan and LeBron James have cemented themselves as basketball immortals. This debate won't be settled today, tomorrow, or even decades from now. When new legends emerge, the conversation will continue, because when it comes to the greatest of all time, the answer will always depend on who you ask.